Sam was a man everyone in the small town knew, but they didn't know him for good reasons. They knew him as a thief. Sam had been stealing since he was a teenager. He had no job and no family to care for him, and he thought stealing was the only way to survive. Sam wasn't always bad. As a boy, he had big dreams. He wanted to go to school, learn many things, and become someone important, but his parents were poor and couldn't send him to school. His father worked in a factory, but his health was weak. His mother cleaned houses, but she earned very little. When Sam was 12 years old, his father became very sick and passed away. His mother couldn't manage everything alone. Soon, Sam had to leave school to help her. He started working at a shop, but he earned very little money. One day, Sam's mother fell ill too. She couldn't work anymore, and the shop owner said he didn't need Sam anymore. Sam felt helpless. He didn't know what to do. That's when he made his first mistake. He stole some bread from the market. I have no choice, he told himself. But that one mistake became a habit. Over time, Sam stopped feeling guilty about stealing. He thought, this is who I am now, a thief. The townspeople feared Sam. He was clever and fast, and no one could catch him. He didn't care about anyone. He thought only about himself and his survival. But deep down, Sam wasn't happy. At night, when the town was quiet, he would sit alone and think about his life. Is this all I'll ever be? A thief? He wondered. But then, he would push those thoughts away. He believed it was too late for him to change. Sam's life continued like this for many years. He stole from houses, shops, and even travelers passing through the town. He became very good at stealing, but he also became very lonely. People avoided him, and no one trusted him. One dark night, something happened that changed everything for Sam, something he never expected, and it all started with a little book in an old school. One cold night, Sam was walking through the empty streets of the town. The air was quiet, and the stars shone brightly in the dark sky. Sam was looking for a new place to steal from. He needed money and food. As he walked, he saw the town's old school. It was a small building made of bricks, with large windows and a wooden door. Sam had never stolen from a school before. Schools don't have much money, he thought, but then he saw a soft light shining from one of the windows. Curious, Sam walked closer. He peered through the window and saw a table with a few books, some papers, and a candle burning softly. There must be something valuable inside, Sam thought. He looked around to make sure no one was watching. The street was empty, and no sound could be heard except the rustling of leaves in the wind. Sam carefully opened the window and climbed inside. The room smelled of old books and chalk. It was quiet and peaceful. Sam started looking around. He saw a small cupboard, a desk, and shelves full of books. But there was no money or jewelry, nothing valuable to steal. Then, his eyes fell on a small book lying open on the table. The title of the book was How to Be a Good Person. Sam frowned. He thought it was silly. Why would anyone write a book about this? He said to himself. But for some reason, the book caught his attention. The words on the open page seemed to speak directly to him. Everyone makes mistakes, but mistakes are not the end of the story. You can always change and choose a better path. Sam felt a strange feeling in his chest. He hadn't felt this way in years. For the first time, he didn't feel like a thief. He felt like a man who could be more, who could be better. He sat down on the chair and started reading the book. The words were simple, but they were powerful. The book talked about kindness, honesty, and hard work. It said that every person has the power to change their life. Sam read for hours, forgetting why he had come to the school. He didn't care about stealing anymore. He wanted to know more about what the book was teaching him. When he finished, he closed the book and sat quietly for a long time. He thought about his life. He thought about all the people he had hurt by stealing. He thought about his parents and the dreams he had as a boy. Sam stood up and looked around the room one last time. I can't take this book, he whispered to himself. It doesn't belong to me. For the first time in his life, Sam left a place without stealing anything. He climbed out of the window and walked back to his small, lonely house. But something had changed inside him. He didn't feel like the same person anymore. That night, as Sam lay in bed, he thought about the words from the book. You can always change and choose a better path. Sam didn't know how to change or where to start, but he decided one thing: he was going to try. The next morning, Sam woke up early. The sun was shining through the small window in his house. and birds were chirping outside. For the first time in years, Sam didn't feel like going out to steal. Instead, he sat on his old wooden chair and thought about the book he had read the night before. I don't want to live like this anymore, he said to himself. I am tired of being a thief. I want to be someone better. But changing wasn't easy. Sam didn't know where to start. He had no job, no friends, and no family to help him. Everyone in the town thought he was just a thief. Sam decided to go back to the school. He wanted to see the book again. Maybe it could give him more answers. When he reached the school, the door was open. He felt nervous but stepped inside. Mr. Carter, the school principal, was sitting at his desk, writing something. He was an older man with kind eyes and a calm voice. When Mr. Carter saw Sam, his face grew serious. What are you doing here, Sam? He asked. We don't have anything valuable for you to steal. Sam felt ashamed, but he took a deep breath. I'm not here to steal, he said. Last night, I broke into the school. I found a book, and I read it. It made me think about my life. I don't want to be a thief anymore. Mr. Carter raised an eyebrow. He didn't expect this. So, you read the book and decided to change? He asked. Sam nodded. Yes, but I don't know how. No one trusts me, and I have no skills. I need help. Mr. Carter looked at Sam for a long time. Finally, he said, if you are serious about changing, I will help you, but it will not be easy. Are you ready to work hard and prove yourself? Sam nodded again. I'll do whatever it takes, he said. Mr. Carter gave Sam a small job at the school. It wasn't much, cleaning classrooms, fixing broken desks, and carrying books. But to Sam, it felt like the beginning of something new. At first, the other teachers and students were afraid of Sam. They whispered about him behind his back. Why is he here? They said. Can we trust him? Sam didn't let their words bother him. He worked hard every day. He cleaned the floors until they shone. He repaired old chairs and tables. He even planted flowers in the school garden to make it look beautiful. Slowly, people began to notice. Sam is different now, they said. Maybe he's really trying to change. One day, a teacher named Miss Clara needed help carrying books to her classroom. She hesitated but asked Sam for help. He carried the books carefully and placed them on her desk. Thank you, Miss Clara said, surprised by his kindness. You're welcome, Sam replied with a smile. This small moment gave Sam hope. He realized that people could change their opinions if he worked hard and showed them he was serious about becoming better. Mr. Carter noticed that Sam was interested in the books at the school. One evening, he gave Sam a few old textbooks. You should read these, he said. Education can change your life. Sam was excited. He had always wanted to learn, but he never had the chance. Now, he spent his evenings reading about math, science, and history. At first, it was hard. Sam didn't understand many of the words, but he didn't give up. Mr. Carter helped him whenever he had questions. Slowly, Sam started to understand more and more. He felt proud of himself. One day, Sam said to Mr. Carter, I want to learn everything. I want to be as smart as the teachers here. Mr. Carter smiled. You have a long way to go, Sam, but I believe in you. Keep working hard. Weeks turned into months, and Sam continued working at the school. Every day, he cleaned, repaired, and helped wherever he could. Slowly, people in the school began to trust him. The children, who once ran away when they saw him, now waved and said, Good morning, Mr. Sam. He always smiled back and said, Good morning. One day, a little boy named Tommy came to Sam crying. I lost my notebook, Tommy said. I don't know where it is, and I need it for class. Sam knelt down and said, Don't worry, Tommy, let's find it together. They searched every classroom, and finally, Sam found the notebook under a chair. Tommy's face lit up with happiness. Thank you, Mr. Sam, he said. Moments like these made Sam feel proud. He realized he didn't need to steal to feel important. Helping others made him much happier. Even though things were better at the school, the people in the town still didn't trust Sam. When he walked through the market, shopkeepers would watch him closely. Some whispered, That's Sam, the thief. Be careful. Sam felt hurt, but he didn't let it stop him. One day, he decided to face the town. He stood in the middle of the market and said loudly, I know what you think of me. Yes, I was a thief, but I have changed. I work hard now, and I want to be a good person." The crowd looked at him in silence. Some people nodded, while others frowned. An old woman stepped forward. Her name was Mrs. Miller. "I remember when you stole my purse, Sam," she said. "Do you regret it?" Sam looked down and said, "Yes, I do. I am very sorry for what I did. If I could, I would give everything back." Mrs. Miller studied him for a moment, then said, "If you are truly sorry, then prove it. Help others and show us that you've changed." Sam nodded. "I will," he promised. The next day, Mr. Carter called Sam into his office. "Sam, you've been working very hard, and I can see you've changed," he said. "I have a new opportunity for you." Sam was curious. "What is it?" he asked. "I want you to help the children who are struggling in school," Mr. Carter said. "You've learned so much, and now you can share your knowledge with them." Sam's eyes widened. "You want me to teach?" he asked, surprised. "Yes," Mr. Carter said with a smile. "You may not be a teacher yet, but you can help these children learn. Start with the basics: reading, writing, and math." Sam felt nervous but excited. He had never imagined himself as a teacher. "I'll do my best," he said. Sam began helping a small group of children after school. At first, the children were shy. Some even laughed, saying, "How can a thief teach us?" But Sam didn't let that discourage him. He used simple words and fun examples to explain the lessons. When the children didn't understand, he patiently explained again. One evening, a girl named Lily came up to him and said, "Mr. Sam, I always thought math was hard, but now I get it. Thank you." Hearing those words filled Sam's heart with joy. He realized he had a gift for teaching. He wasn't just helping the children learn. He was also teaching them that people can change. Months passed, and Sam's life continued to change. The children loved learning from him. They started calling him Mr. Sam, just like the other teachers. Sam still worked hard to improve himself. Every night, he studied the books Mr. Carter gave him. He learned math, science, history, and even how to write better. He wasn't just teaching the children. He was also teaching himself. One day, Mr. Carter called Sam into his office again. "Sam," he said, "you've done an incredible job with the children. You have become an important part of this school." Sam smiled but didn't say anything. He still couldn't believe how much his life had changed. "I think it's time for you to take the next step," Mr. Carter said. "You should study to become a real teacher. What do you think?" Sam was surprised. "Me? A real teacher?" he asked. "Yes," Mr. Carter said. "You've already shown that you can teach. Now you just need the official training. I can help you apply it to a teaching program." Sam felt nervous but excited. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he also knew he was ready for the challenge. "I'll do it," he said. Sam started his journey to become a certified teacher. He attended night classes at a nearby college while continuing to work at the school during the day. It wasn't easy. The other students in his class were younger than him and had more experience with studying. Sam often felt out of place. Sometimes, he thought about quitting. But then he remembered the children at the school. He thought about how much they believed in him. He also thought about Mr. Carter, who had given him a second chance. "I can't give up now," he told himself. Sam worked harder than ever. He stayed up late to finish his homework and asked for help when he didn't understand something. Slowly, he improved. After 2 years of hard work, the day finally came. Sam graduated from the teaching program. He was now a certified teacher. The school held a small ceremony for him. The children made cards that said, "Congratulations, Mr. Sam." The other teachers clapped and cheered. Mr. Carter gave a speech. "Sam's journey is proof that anyone can change," he said. "He went from being a thief to being a teacher. He has shown us that it's never too late to turn your life around." Sam felt tears in his eyes as he looked at the smiling faces of the children, the teachers, and Mr. Carter. He knew this was just the beginning of his new life. As a full-time teacher, Sam didn't just teach reading and math. He also taught the children about kindness, honesty, and hard work. He shared his story with them, saying, "I made many mistakes, but I learned that it's never too late to change. You can always choose to be a better person." Sam also started a night school for adults in the town. Many of them couldn't read or write, just like Sam when he was younger. He wanted to give them the same chance that Mr. Carter had given him. The townspeople began to see Sam in a new light. They no longer called him a thief. They called him Mr. Sam, the teacher. Sam's life became an inspiration for everyone in the town. He showed them that even the worst mistakes can be forgiven if you're willing to work hard and change. Sam often remembered the words from the little book he found in the school. You can always change and choose a better path. Those words had saved his life, and now he was passing them on to others.